Hey, I'm Joel Marshall. I'm from Seattle. A lot of people think people from Seattle are so nice. Not really. You know how little kids, when they're asked what they want to be when they grow up, they always give an answer of what they see every day. Like firemen, policemen, garbage men. At my elementary school, most of us said serial killer. Yeah, you can't start a conversation in Seattle and say, "Did you hear about the serial killer?" Are you referring to the freeway serial killer or the boxcar serial killer or the happy face serial killer or the stamp collector serial killer? Yeah, stamp collector serial killer. He killed only stamp collectors, as if their life wasn't bad enough. Or the starvation serial killer. She was a woman, and rich people hired her to help them lose weight, and then she'd starve them to death. Hey, at least they died happy, right? So slender. Oh, and the Hillside Strangler, in fairness, he killed people in California, but he knew where to retire. Yeah, Seattle. Great opportunities to teach. Ted Bundy went to my college. And to put all of this in context, to this day, if you mentioned Ted Bundy to everyone who knew him at my school, they say, "Oh, Ted, he was so nice." And in the state of Washington, you had the death sentence, and you could choose to be hanged. Yeah, there was only one other state with that option. Does anybody know what that is? Now, if you're thinking Texas, you're wrong. And you're not thinking clearly about this. Have you learned nothing from me? You got to think, what is the other state where people are nice? And it's not Vermont, not a socialist state. It's an American state. It's New Hampshire. Yeah, I remember thinking about all this, and I always wondered, when they put that noose around your neck and then they drop out the floor, is there like a split second where you're like, wow, that really fixed my back? It's very isolating in this quarantine, and I really miss human contact, and I want to be around a community of people. Are any of you feeling that? Yeah, so I'm thinking of joining a cult. Is there anybody out there in a cult? Anyone? They're online now. Yeah. I was in a cult years ago, but they kicked me out. The guru was up there and he was like, "And now I'm going to reveal to you the secret to life." Marshall? Are you playing Tetris again? Out! Out! No, out! Apparently I don't have the discipline, or I don't have the work ethic to be a cult disciple. So I'm thinking maybe I'm a cult leader. I got the look, right? And I'm totally comfortable with public speaking. But the big challenge for me is that I have nothing to say. Yeah, I've been looking for help online, and there is no cult leader instructional stuff, nothing. Yeah, Masterclass doesn't have it. I tried LinkedIn to see if maybe there's a ghost cult speechwriter out there. Nothing. I enrolled in the University of Phoenix, but they have no courses on being a cult leader. Can you believe it? I thought they were preparing students for today's economy. So I've heard that a lot of cult leaders started out as yoga instructors. So they become yoga gurus. But I don't think I can do that. I'm not flexible enough. I don't think I could get a following if I was standing in front of the class, I'm like, now we're going to reach down, all the way down and touch the top of your thighs. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. So I've been talking to a friend of mine, and he says, Joel, starting a cult is like starting a small business. You have to find out who your target audience is. Who is your target audience? And I said, I don't know. Someone like me? And he says, okay, perfect. Losers and failures. And I said, hey, wait a minute. That's a bit harsh. And he was like, no, you don't understand. That is a huge plus. It is? Oh man, that is the best target audience there is. All you got to do is say, I understand and I can fix it. How do you think Trump got elected, right? So He's got me really charged up about this. So if everybody out there could just put your failures and your broken dreams in the chat room, I will fill your gaping hole of desire. Hey, don't get me wrong. It's nothing sexual. No way. In a cult, that comes later. Namaste.